Okay. It looks like we are live. Stream configuration quality excellent. That's what I want to see. Still says I'm offline. Okay, anyways. We got everything up. We got a picture of me and we've got Showdown, which is what we need to stream. Alright, now we just need to bring in the Toga Peeps. Okay. Now, provided everything works right, that should get some people in. It does look like we've made it live. Let's check and make sure we've got volume. We do. Get some people in. It does look like we've made it live. Let's check and make sure we've got volume. Okay, excellent. Excellent, excellent. If you guys ever hear an echo, let me know. And I'll get that taken care of as soon as possible. And we do have... Okay, we got Twitch alerts pulled up, so we'll know if someone starts talking or doing things. So there's one person watching, and at this point I'm going to have to assume it's me. So, yep, stuff and things. So, yay. We're streaming. So, hello friends who aren't here yet. Bueno. Okay. Hey, Jess is here. So there is one person watching. Bueno. Okay. So yada yada yada. Okay. So go away. Why would that? Oh my goodness. Jess and Sammy are here. Well, hello friends. Welcome to the return of OldManTup. And we're going to do some team building on Showdown today. And depending on how long it takes us to do some team building, will determine if we actually get any battles done today. Okay. She can't hear, but she can watch. So bueno. But anyways, we are going to do some team building. And fun things. So yeah. Bueno. If you guys aren't following the stream and you'd like to hit that little... I don't even know what it is. Is it a heart underneath the stream? If you'd like to hit that little heart, I would be most appreciative. And that way you'll know in 3 months when I decide to stream again, teehee, that I'm streaming. Okay, yes. Oh, you. Oh, good Lord. Anyways, yes, thank you very much, Jess and Sammy, for being around and for the well wishes. I am actually doing extremely well. My doctors say that I'm very well along on my road to recovery. It's still a little bit uncomfortable sitting, and I'm still, if I don't use a cane, for the lack of a better term, limping around. But each day I'm getting a little bit better, which makes me happy because I actually went to the basement getting dressed and my contacts in this morning, and I forgot my cane at the sink. I didn't even realize I had it down there until I went to go back up the steps, which I definitely need it for balance. And that was excellent. it was one of those pleasant surprises. I made it all the way across the floor without realizing that I didn't have my cane, which to me is a good sign. So, since we have Jess and Sammy who are watching, that I know of, how do we do the stuff and things? Let's see if that's going to do what I think it should do. Okay, excellent. That did do what I wanted it to do. So since you guys, gals actually, are the first two here, you are going to get mod status. So enjoy your sword and defend justice, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Bueno. So someone's talking on Skype. Not what I want to do. So what should we start our OU team off with? And yes, I know, OMG, OU. But unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, that is just the tier that I am the best at and most familiar with. I thought about doing a UU. Team, but I honestly, it's been so long since I've done anything outside of OU, I don't know what is UU anymore. So I will take suggestions from the Peanut Gallery in the chat as to what we should build our team around. So throw out any suggestions and we will see what we can do with them. We could start out with the Mega, we could start out with defensive mons if we want. Okay. And I forgot to put on chapstick beforehand. What an oversight. Alright. So, let's see what we can do. Klefki. You know, since there are so few people here, I will release a little bit of Season 5 of the GBA information. I have actually been considering Klefki. Now, our tiers haven't been finalized yet, but if Klefki is BL or below, I am seriously considering it for my GBA Season 5 Pittsburgh Piratas team. Some of the stuff I've been thinking about drafting this year, it fits in very well both with support for Hazard as well as annoyance from Hazard. I don't want to say hazard stacking, but you know, hazards. Okay, sorry, I am talking to CantoCast Blue about pivotal moments, which we are trying to get together and record. Hello, Mr. Pete. So Ryan and Jess are here, which is excellent. It is bueno. Rye, what time are you streaming today, sir? Okay. Rye Quinn can have a sword. Might as well hand out swords to people we know who are going to be here and will be reliable with them. And we got 2 new follows. I don't have Twitch alerts set up to do anything on stream yet, but I do have the box open, and Sammy Bammy and Ryquin have joined Togepeep, joined the Togepeeps, become Togepeeps, and followed stream. So let's, this is going to, I was supposed to be streaming 5 minutes, but he's super duper tired. Well, I am not going to encourage you to be slacking in your responsibilities, but you are more than welcome to stay here. And I apologize. I will be eating and drinking on stream just because I'm comfortable doing that. So we're gonna go with Klefki. We're gonna set him up with leftovers to start off with, unless we build a set and I do not have any commands set up. Right. I'm the oldest person that streams. I don't know how to set this stuff up. I was trying to take notes when you were showing Burke yesterday, and I was just like, my face melted. Yeah, do what Jess did and make your own tweet, son. Okay, so we are going to reply to Blue. Okay. Now, what kind of Klefki should we go about using? I set it up with leftovers, so granted leftovers is not the ideal thing. I am the biggest advocate of click to tweet, but that doesn't mean that I know how to set it up. But I mean, I do. You are right. I feel it is my responsibility when I am anywhere to set off the click to tweets. And Beth is here. Bueno. I'm going to have all mods and no regular users, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Because that means everyone that comes in is here. Okay. Now, let's get back to Klefki. Now, what kind of set should we go with Klefki? Are we going to go with, like, I don't want to say a standard support set, because last time I ran a Klefki was before Swag Play got banned. And oh, did I abuse the crap out of that because I loved it. So, we can't use Swagger because Smogon. So, what should we do? Let's just refresh ourselves. This thing just has such solid overall stats outside of HP. It's just fantastic. Okay. Now, what should we go about putting on this thing? Let's glance over what we can do here. It's obviously a dual screener. We could use Magnet Rise. And what, excuse me for a moment, my ear itches. What outside of ground is Klefki weak to? I mean, it's obviously weak to steel. Well, I mean, it would be weak to steel. Spikes, Foul Play, Thunderwave, Magnet Rise. That is actually not... Hey! Potato Jim is here. Thank you for coming, Potato Jim. We welcome all members of the Rise Squad because they're excellent. So Jim is here. If you haven't already, and you have, hit that follow button. Thank you very much. It is greatly appreciated. That way, I am really going to try to start. Let me get this set written down before I forget. Spikes, Foul Play. Oop, oop, that wasn't the right button. Spikes, Foul Play, T-Wave, Thunderwave, and what was the last one? Magnet Rise. Magnet Rise. Alright, bueno. Okay, call you Jim. Okay, Mr. Jim. And so now what should we make this? Should we make this... It's obviously got a little bit more defense and special defense. T-Wave is going to slow it down, obviously. Magnet Rise catches it. Yep, like Excadrill. But no, which is cool. Oh, that's right. With Prankster, Magnet Rise will go first, won't it? I had not considered that. That is... Because I was thinking, man, you have to waste a turn. Magnet Rising on the Switch, making Predicciones. And that is not the case. So let's... What can we pair with this defensively that matches up well in the meta? Which I haven't been in, sadly, for almost an entire month now. Against Garchomp was fantastic. Shady fan art, which is interesting. So, you know, my wife, I don't know, for those of you outside of America or even those who are inside of America, are familiar with what 31 is. But it's, most people know what Tupperware is. Well, it's like Tupperware, but purses. They sell it, you know, a person becomes a consultant, they sell Tupperware. Well, my wife sells 31, which is purses, which is... How well can you see behind me? All of the stuff set up on the table behind me, my wife is actually having a 31 party later. And... Okay. Maybe after I get to use this a little bit more, we will get into using Draining Kiss and Big Root. But, true facts, Tupperware was actually instrumental. My wife was selling Tupperware when I first started doing the YouTubes, and Tup was actually part of my original name, which was, for those of you who are unaware, Tuperius 5. And the story behind my actual original name, Tuperius 5, was I was sitting at my computer watching Gladiator. And it was, oh shoot, 2006-ish? It was either 2006 or 2008. My original channel is still findable, and it says when I started. It was Christmas time, 2006, 2008-ish. And what was happening was I think I was laid off at that time. I don't honestly remember. Or I wasn't laid off yet. And what was happening, big fan of the Killer Nacho at the time, was big into Pojo, and what we did was, how did we get off of this stuff? So we're just gonna bump up the hit points, lower it down so we get a family meetup. I honestly don't know. We will have to see what we can get worked out. But I was sitting at my computer watching the Gladiator with Russell Crowe, and my wife's Tupperware was all around the computer because we just got a shipment for a party she had done. And I was trying to figure out how to make a YouTube handle, and I was looking around, and there was Tupperware everywhere. I was like, okay, Tup, I need to build from that. And for those of you who are unaware, the main character played by Russell Crowe in Gladiator is Maximus. So I was like, Tup, Tupper, Tuperius, and a legend was born. But anyways, let's get back to making this Klefki. So now, do we want to make this a defensive Klefki or a special defensive Klefki? Now obviously defensive stats are higher, but I mean, it can easily be compensated with an ability. So, and to be, well, I don't want to super duper old. In 2016 I was 13. Yeah, I don't doubt it, considering that was nearly 10 years ago. Wait on the Pokemon you're building around. Okay. Well, yeah, well, so this is to handle Garchomp, which is wrecking faces currently. And what's Garchomp going to have that will probably hit us? Most Garchomps probably carrying, random attacking variants are going to be with Earthquake, random Dragon move, maybe Iron Head, possibly Fire Blast. So we might want to make this a little bit more specially defensive to handle the Fire Blast, but I don't. Let's do a quick calc just with a random Klefki. Klefki, OU Spikes, which is probably about what we're going to be doing. No move, no move, no move. Play rough. Huh. Maybe we will go to play rough. We'll have to see. Well, what we can do is check both of these between play rough and foul play to see what's going to do more to Garchompizzle. Oh, excuse me. So let's see. Check our dashboard real quick. Okay, Potato Jim was our last follower. Bueno. We got Garchomp. No. Okay. All the goodness. Garchomp, OU Tank, which is Impish. Okay, which I'm going to guess is the standard set. Okay, and regular OU Klefki with Spikes, which looks like it's probably going to be about what we're running, is going to be better off if we make it specially defensive, because it takes Garchomp's hits. Better on the special side because we get out of Earthquake with the Magnet Rise, and the Fire Blast at most does 35.2% at a fully specially defensive Klefki. So until Megazord has Roost to gain health back from either Flare Blast or worst case scenario. Okay. Magnet Rise for the Earthquakes. Most common set is defensive with. Right. Okay. And the standard OU set that brought up Garchomp was Tank Chomp with moves Earthquake, Dragon Tail, and Fire Blast. Okay. Okay. So, for the moment, we are going to make this be fairly standardish, especially defensive set. But that also means that we are going to have to bump this to play rough. I mean, worst comes to worst, it gives us the off chance of lowering an attack, which would be bueno. And that's something we want. So Klefki, we'll name everything at the end. So we've got Klefki on the special defensive side. What can we add on the defensive side which is going to pair well and deal with ground and fire type weaknesses? So let's see. What in OU resists ground and fire types? Any flying type dragon, any, what I say, ground and fire, Rotom Wash. That is an excellent suggestion and something that I am more familiar working with. Unfortunately, and this is something I'm trying to steer clear of, but until we come up with something better, Rotom Wash is actually a really good suggestion. Rotom Wash with the levitation. We'll give this leftovers as well. But the Rotom Wash. Now, what are we going to do here? We've got T-Wave on our Klefki. So now, are we going to rock like a fairly standard defensive set where we could Willow, Pain Split, Electric Move, Water Move? And I understand the Excadrill will be a problem here because a Mold Breaker set is going to give us issues. But we may have to incorporate something that naturally resists without ability, Earthquake, and or just incorporate a flying type on the team, which probably won't be an issue considering we have no electric weaknesses yet or ice weaknesses. So we may be able to throw in something on the team, maybe like Salamence, who could come in, be like DD Salamence, or even an Intimidator, which would be good. Okay. So let's figure out Rotom here. Let's go ahead and put the Will-O-Wisp on him. Let's go ahead and put a Pain Split there, because it's going to be our only source of recovery, and I don't like using Rest on something that can't abuse it. What else should we do here? Okay. Let's think about this for a moment. While we're thinking about this, we will occasionally stroll through Twitter and love everybody who is informing people of the stream. Bueno. Back in the Hood is here. Hello, Mr. Back in the Hood. What up, old man? Aha. Cleverness for the win. Okay, Back in the Hood. Thank you for coming. We are team building currently. And if you have not, and you would like to and are so inclined, please hit that follow button. It will inform you as to when I will be streaming, even though I don't do it terribly frequently. You will be informed nonetheless. Okay, so do I want to put Volt Switch on this, or do I want to put T-Volt on here? I mean, T-Volt for the coverage, Volt Switch for the initiative. And again, Tup is not inclined, technically, to know how to set up a click-to-tweet. That is something I will have to do. It's just something I haven't streamed frequently enough that I have needed it. So we'll go Volt Switch and the Hydro Pump Izzle. So, we're going to drop all that HP. I would have T-Bolt and Volt Switch and not Pain Split. But then I have absolutely no recovery outside of leftovers on either of my walls. And that's no bueno. And yes, Rye, I don't know how to whisper, but if you would like to do that, I'd be most appreciative. And if you would like, if you'd like to do that, I would be more than happy for you to do so. So, T-Bolt and Volt Switch. I just like the recovery from Pain Split. which I might need, considering I don't know. So we're going to go defensive. If you want to whisper, put X. Yeah. Right, that is not something you have to do if you are trying to set up your own stream, which I know you did mention. Now, do I want to put these last few points? Holy crap, what the heck was that? That looks like someone that needs to be deleted. Goodbye, my friend. We are having none of that today. Okay, back to what I was talking about before that insane gold message popped up. Do I want to drop these last few EVs into speed to speed creep other defensive Rotom? I mean, is that even worth doing, or should I just drop them in special defense? I mean, it's only going to be, what, 2 EVs? And we have the Lunar Lioness. Bueno. And that is... Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Her name is Heather? Yeah, I guess right. Everybody else is saying Heather. Hey! Welcome to the stream, my friend. Thank you for coming. If you are so inclined, please hit that follow button, which Back in the Hood has also done, so you can be informed on anytime OldManTup decides to stream. So yeah, did we decide, do we want the speed or do we just want that extra little buff? What nature? Bold. I'm not a huge fan of spreading out my defenses. Drop it in speed. Outspeed can help, but don't sit in a stalwart. Yeah, I'm not gonna... I mean, I have Volt Switch. I'm not gonna be able to sit in a stalwart with a Rotom Wash anyways. Oh, excellent. So, please do hit that follow then. Which you already have. Thank you very much, Heather. And... excellent. So, we've got our 2 defensive Mons, physically defensive Rotom Wash, and specially defensive Klefki. Now, we need to start putting up some ban... Wow. Reading and talking at the same time doesn't work for me. I need to start putting in some attacks. Things to note, we do not have a Mega Pokemon yet. What else don't we have yet that we might need? So let's see what we can see. Rock Polish Rhyperior. Okay, this is not... I really like Rock Polish Rhyperior. I don't know that it's going to have a place on this team. As to, that's going to give us another weakness to ground, which we really don't need, and is really going to make us ridiculously bad against Mold Breaker Excadrill. So let's see if we can find like a flying type. Mega Garchomp, I'm not fully against Mega Garchomp, I just really don't like it. So we could use Dragonite. Dragonite doesn't get that Intimidate though. Mega Gardevoir, possibly. We could add Tornadus to the team. that actually has been suggested. I would like to grab a physical attacker first. Mega Salamence. Unless I am mistaken, which I fully could be, isn't Mega Salamence in Ubers? Hoopa Unbound never got banned. What the heck? That's just redonk. Something that isn't going to be weak or fear coming in on an earthquaking. Yeah. Okay. So, we could go with Mega Altaria, but once we Mega up with Mega Altaria, it's going to be able to get just destroyed by Earthquake, and that's going to give us something else that really doesn't want to come in and deal with... Oh, my leg's asleep. And deal with Excadrill. So let's keep looking. We could bring in Skarmory. Teehee. Yeah, no. We could run Talonflame. I mean, outside of Rock Slide or Stone Edge, Talonflame would pretty much be good there. Ooh, Gliscor. I like Gliscor. Switching Gliscor is a really good switch into that. So let's add Gliscor to the team for now, because Gliscor is one of my favorite competitive mons, and it always has been. So let's put the Toxic Orb on it. And we're going to want Poison Heal. Now what do we want to do here? Hawlucha. Oh geez. Oh geez. Which, I mean, not a bad idea. Hawlucha is definitely bueno. Okay. Earthquake, Stone Edge, Superpower. Oh, she's talking about the Lando set. Okay. I don't like Landorus. It's overly used. And don't get me wrong, it's a fantastic Pokemon. But, I mean, I hate it for the same reason I hate Chansey. It's just one of those annoying mons that you see all the time. And yeah, I think I successfully whispered to somebody. While it does help, I'm gonna bring in Gliscor. We're gonna set up the EQ doesn't work. Oh dang it. I had Earthquake in there. Why? There we go. So Earthquake, which will easily chase out that. Excadrill. So what else do we want here? Okay. Okay. So much is going on. Earthquake. Knock off. Because why not? Swords Dance Roost knock off. That is an evil set. Sword stance. So Swords Dance, Earthquake, Knockoff. Now here's where my knowledge is going to go. Earthquake, Knockoff. I should probably not Stone Edge. I don't have a rocker yet. We definitely want a rocker. And we want a roost. Roost on this. Well, it's going to give us a lot of really defensive mon and nothing hard hitting yet. If you're running defensive Gliscor, you can run offensive Rotom, right? Or I don't really need both, which is probably correct. But I could go to a more offensive Rotom. But at the same time, Gliscor and Klefki. What's Gliscor weak to? Water attacks, ice attacks, and Klefki is weak to ground attacks and fire attacks. Which Gliscor, I mean, obviously we're not going to switch into okay. So for defensive Gliscor, we can go back, and if we're going to go offensive, should we be if you're looking at Gliscor, you'll be 100% switching. I'd say more defensive, and I'd put Rotom. That's Rye, you just read my mind. I was going to say, do we want to get shenanigansy and go with a Trick Specs? I love Trick Specs Rotom. So, choice. But I love anything with that you can trick a Specs onto. Hey, that British Juice Bag's here. Hey, Jamie. Choice, Specs. Just make the rest of my team offensive. Okay. And I spelled Specs wrong. Choice Specs. Bueno. Okay. So, Jamie, that British, I really hope that's your real name. It's been so long since I've seen you. I'm thinking it is. If I'm wrong, just punch me in the face. I'm sorry. That British shoes. Hey, Charnado! Charnado's showing up also. Alright, guys, if you haven't already. It is Jamie! Yes! Yes! Success. I remembered a friend's name. Guys, if you haven't already, please hit that follow button. It costs absolutely nothing. And Charnado and Jamie have already done it. Bueno. You guys are excelente. Okay, back to the task at hand. So we're going to get rid of Will-O-Wisp. We're going to put Trick in here. Maybe. Trick. Because Trick Specs is fun and the tits. Okay, so we got Volt Switch. Now, what do we want our third move to be? Do we want... What do we want? Do we want to put Thunderbolt on this, or do we want to add like a... I think it's Dark Pulse. Why does everything get Dark Pulse? Why is Dark Pulse so good? Add Thunderbolt. Do we want to keep Thunderbolt and Volt Switch? Bolt. Now, Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Hydro Pump. Okay. So we've got the only what's HP Fire going to help us against the Volt Switch and Hydro Pump? What would we need it for outside of Ferrothorn, which we're not going to want to stay in on anyways. Well, Ferrothorn, yeah. But we'll have something else. Whoopsie, that was what I wanted to do. So we're going to have to redistribute our EVs here. Now, since we're specs, I'm going to say timid is the way to go. And if you think I'm wrong, be sure and speak up in the chat. So we are going to go Scizor, Metagross, and Excadrill. But, I mean, at the same time, a Stab Hydro Pump, I think, is going to hit it probably just as hard. So, we'll run this a couple of times. If we see that it's an issue, we will correct that later. I guess Scarf Road. I like Scarf Road and Wash. I just like the power that the specs brings. So, I mean, we can always change it up after we run through a few times. I am never opposed to correcting an error. Okay, 50 HP, we got odd there, so we're just gonna drop that extra 4 in special defense, because why not, Izzle? I know, but it doesn't hurt. Okay, excellent. Excellent. Okay, if I am missing lots of things in the chat, I apologize. Feel free to add my @name in there to make sure it's highlighted and I see it if you are trying to get my attention for something. Because I am terrible at going max speed Gyarados. Excellent. Okay. Now, do we want to go pure physical investment with our Gliscor, which we need a 4th move also. So we're just going to set up the Roost here. Since we're going defensive, I think, to me, Swords Dance on Gliscor, I want this to be fully defensive. Should I... Roost. And I need a Rocker, which, I mean, there's plenty of more stuff, but I prefer Rocks to be on one of my more defensive Mons. I'll have to warm up my coffee here soon. Roost or Protect. I believe you can have Roost. You can have Roost and Poison Heal together. Can you have Roost and Poison Heal together? Well, let me go check. Validate the team. This team is valid for OU, so apparently it is acceptable. At least according to Showdown. I think it's Defog that you can't have with the Toxic or Poison Heal. I think that was what it is. I could be wrong. But yes, it passed an OU validation check. Okay. Now, we've got are these, but you have 2 defensive Mons and SD Gliscor's power. I changed Rotom Wash from defensive to offensive. And Rye, you'll probably read that from Rye before this gets to the chat. Rocks with Poison Heal. Back in the day, I believe Stealth Rocks became a TM again. Whoopsie. That was the wrong one. So I believe it passed the check, so I'm going to have to believe this is good. So now, Earthquake and Knockoff on the defensive set. Fairly solid choices in my opinion. U-turn would be nice, but I think the Earthquake is going to give us the power on things we need, and the Knockoff is going to hit. I mean, Earthquake and Knockoff, what isn't that going to hit? Levitating or Flying Fairies, which is how many? None. At least not that you're going to find in OU. It's not going to hit Magnet Rise Klefki hard. But we'll have other things for that. So we're definitely going to need something. That's right, Togekiss. Why do I always forget that's fairy type now? Wouldn't hit Mega Altaria too hard, but I mean, an Earthquake's going to do neutral damage. But I mean, I'm not going to keep my Gliscor in on an Altaria unless it's purely physical anyways. I don't want to be taking Hyper Voices to the face. Oh, excuse me. Goodness gracious. But, I mean, again, we'll switch into something that's probably more advantageous. So let's... We're going to go straight defense. Impish Nature. Oh, Gliscor, your defense is so high. Okay. So we're going to come in and get hit by just about anything defensive and outside of probably Azumarill Waterfalls. But we're not going to want to switch in on that anyways. So let's distribute the rest in the special defense, because why not? Okay, so let's look at the three we have so far. Ground immunity with Levitate. Ground immunity, we have an electric immunity. Two of our Mons are, well, Gliscor's neutral to grass, Rotom's weak to grass. And Jim, thank you for stopping by. It was fun to have you here, and it was great to see you. Thank you. Enjoy your errands. So let's go back to the team builder. What do we need? We have a special attacker, a physical-based defensive. What was this? Physical-based? I mean, Play Rough was the only attack, so I mean, a support Pokemon, so that one really doesn't matter. So we should probably try... Oh, pardon my voice crack there. If we bring in Scarfments, that is going to give us 2 Mons 4 times weak to Ice, which I'm not a huge fan of. And Sleeping Knight is here. Hello, my friend. Welcome to the stream. If you have not already, please be sure and hit that follow button, so you will be alerted to stuff and things when Tup does stuff and things. But bueno, we have, provided this is accurate, 10 viewers, which is excelente. So I'm just gonna go real quick and remind people we're streaming. Oh, excellent. And you are more than welcome, if you are so inclined, to retweet that, because we don't have click to tweet set up because I'm noob. But anyways, I'm a fan of Megazard with this team. Assault Vest Conkeldurr, not a bad idea. Fun facts, I have never... Now wait a minute, which Megazard are you talking about? I don't have... Okay. Megazard would be weak to ground, but we have the Levitator and the Flyer. Was not going to be weak to water, not going to be weak to ice, weak to fairy, weak to rocks. And then if we go the other direction, we're going to have what are we going to have the other direction? If we go the other direction, Charizard X would be good. If we go with Zard Y, we're going to have the rock weakness. we would have the water weakness, but we're going to have the sun support, which isn't going to be good for Rotom Wash. What else are we going to have going on? Hoopa Unbound, oh lord. Another thing that I have never used. Okay, bueno. Alright, so the idea of Megazard is not out of the park, but at the same time we do not have any means of hazard removal. So Megazard Y, not looking so good at the moment. Megazard X, which I mean, we definitely need the fire coverage on the team. That's for shizzle. Why not? Why not? Whoops, whoops, whoops. Latios for defog. Not a bad suggestion. Charizard. There we go. Latios would be great. Maybe not Zard. Oh, you guys killing me. So Latios, which would give us Draco Meteors for days. It's going to give us another ice weakness, but I mean we have 2 resistances, so I'm not really worried about that. So let's drop some Latios. Now we're going to go ahead and put defog on here because we're going to need it. We're going to run an offensive set. Now, what does our team really have trouble hitting? We have a lot of trouble hitting Ferrothorn. We have a lot of trouble hitting, I mean, Scizor gets hit relatively well by Rotom Wash, and Scizor doesn't do much to Rotom Wash. So we're definitely 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got add 2 more mons. We definitely gonna need some kind of, I think, fire type stab by the end, which was kind of why I was thinking maybe Zard X, but Latios will fit into this team really well. Plus, there's plenty of other mons that we can get some fire type, some big fire type hits off of. I mean, maybe we can add... No. This is going to be our second special attacker. So, not Choice Scarf E-Train. No. So I think, let's go with Life Orb. Now, do we want to do 2 our stab attacks? Draco Meteor, Psyshock, and then Roost to get rid of the Life Orb damage? A good thing about this team is that almost nothing so far, I mean outside of Klefki, which isn't going to get much from it, is immune to spikes and toxic spikes, which I mean is good, really good. So let's go ahead and put Psyshock on here because Psyshock is really good, and in my opinion broke the game. Freaking Game Freak. Hey, Berkeley's here. Hey, Burke. Don't forget to hit. Oh, you did a while. You did 2 months ago, Berkeley. Holy cow. To hit that like button. Or whatever the heck it is underneath. The hearts. The hearts. Okay. So I don't want to be watching that. Is everything still okay with everybody? Let me know. I'm not actually watching the stream, So if at any time, I have 0 drop frames so far, which is excelente. Everything looks good on OBS. Just doing a quick check over everything. Bert, but just pooping in to say hi. Well, thanks for pooping in. So let's put some Draco on here. That is not. Stream is all good so far. Excellent. Back to work. Okay, Draco Meteor. And Roost. I mean, do we want to put the, do we need the Roost to get rid of the life orb? I mean, it will be nice. What do we want to do? Okay, Beth. Enjoy your stream. I hope you have fun. Do we need Roost? Is what I'm thinking. Do we need Roost on this thing? It is good. Old man food confirmed. Excellent. I don't want to have to wish pass at this point because neither my defensive mons get it. I'm just thinking, I mean, if nothing else, HP Fire would be really good because we are really struggling with defensive fire or defensive steel types at the moment. I mean, granted, Earthquake from Gliscor, but no attack investment. But, bye Beth. Have fun streaming. We'll probably be done here in a little bit and we'll be over to see ya. Okay. So let's stuff and things. That's what we want to do. Let's stuff and things. Okay, excellent. Excellent. That was what I was looking for. Alright. So we'll keep Roost on there for now. I like HP Fire here. Okay, maybe not. I mean, the roostiness would definitely be nice. So speed, special attack, so we just murder people when they come in. Now base 110 speed. We got the life orb, so let's go timid. I think we're gonna go with HP Fire. Just to try it out. If it turns out we need the recovery, we'll come back and change it. Okay, so that's everything we need for Latios, right? Again, Pursuit Trap. That is a very good thing we just swapped it. Okay. Bueno. Okay, we got stats, abilities, items, yada yada. Do we want to make it shiny? No, we don't. Later, Burke. Okay, so we need a physical attacker. Does HP Fire lower speed? It does by one individual value, or whatever the heck IV actually stands for. I think it's individual value. So yes. And special attack by 1. And attack. T-Tar 2. Say Conkeldurr is, or yeah, that's what I meant to say. Conkeldurr is never a bad idea. Adding Bisharp, who is one of my favorite, in my opinion, currently underused OU mons. Bisharp would definitely give us that out and out attack. Alright, Rye, thanks for stopping by and thanks for the help with things. Good luck getting your list done for the day. And if you are feeling not tired, maybe we will pop into your stream later. If you decide to. Now, Charnado, why Brick Breakout? Doesn't it get low kick or something like that? It's gonna give us... Bisharp is weak to fighting by 4 times, which we have plenty of resistances to. Weak to fire, which we have 2 resistances to. Oh shoot, we still don't have stab fire yet. We still don't have stab fire, which I don't like. I don't like that at all. Oh. What's the base power of Brick Break? So like 75? Underground one shy of 3 immunities. But if I bring in a fire type with stab, that's gonna give me another ground weak. So I'm gonna have half my team weak to ground and half my team weak to something else. Or half my team weak to ground and half my team not. Megazard Y, it is, but I don't want to double up on the dragon types with Latios. I was thinking maybe like a pure physical, or maybe like a mixed ape. Because I mean, Infernape is just so good. Y is fire, flying, and special. This is true. And get solar beam. We do have the rock removal now, but I already have 2 dedicated special attackers and no dedicated physical attackers yet. This is frustrating. So I'm thinking, oh, I'm gonna end up with too many choice spawns on my team. I was thinking, let's give Infernape a look. Excuse me. Another thing we don't have on the team thus far, because sexist. In Infernape, Assault Vest, Conk, and Entei. That I always forget about Entei. While Entei doesn't have the speed that Infernape does, definitely packs the bulk. So now is Sacred Fire, it's only available on the special set, right? I like Arcanine, it just doesn't... This is going to give us almost everything that we need. Sacred Fire, Extreme Speed. A Bulldoze, I think, is the only... What do we want for filler? Stone Edge? Let's give a quick look through the team. We could give it Facade. It's not going to get burnt, though. Give it Flame Charge. Get that speed. Iron Head. Does it get Iron Head? Wow. I did not know that. There's so many mons I just haven't used and don't know standard sets for. I mean, Bulldoze, I mean, you don't have Bulldoze, you're going to get your balls walled by Heatran. I mean, not that this team has that issue. Scarf Eruption. Lol. Yeah, no. We're not going down that. No. Shoot. What do I want? Iron Head or do I want Stone Edge? Iron Head is really going to help me out with the fairies that I have no super effective moves for yet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So let's drop the Iron Head. And oh, this has to be adamant, right? That was the special set from Japan, right? Let's pop up the Smogon analysis. It's gonna tell us. Adamant, yep, it has to be adamant. Okay. So, we're gonna make it adamant, because it has to be. And I guess that really doesn't matter. But we want as much speed as we can have. We want to hit things in the face as hard as we can. Now what's this probably gonna be switching into? We don't want to give it an even number of hit points, because then it'll take extra stealth rock damage. Let's go ahead and just bump that into defense, I guess. So we've got intake. What item do we want to give this? I know, but I have things to switch into Vaporeon. I'm not as worried about Vaporeon. Vaporeon's gonna wall this no matter what I give it. But I mean, that's why I have Specs Road and Wash. I mean, I was thinking Expert Belt to bluff the Choice Band. And I love Expert Belt. Does it? Flash Fire isn't available, is it? I didn't even know that was an ability. Oh, okay. Okay. So what are we gonna do? Yeah, I don't want to run a special Heatran. Its special attack isn't terrible, but I mean, it's not its regular attack. So we have one more slot to fill. And we have special attacker, physical attacker. So we need something else with at least physical attacks on it. And we also don't have a Mega, which is not something that I need, but it is also something that would be nice. Okay. No new notifications. Excelente. Alright, so now what do we want to do? We are going to Mega Glade. Not a bad recommendation. It will give us Fighting Stab. What's going to be the down part? Oh geez. Too much stuff going on. So Mega Glade is weak to stuffing things. I got too many windows open. It's freaking me out. So Mega Glade. My shout is Bisharp or Calm. Bisharp gets rid of your one and only ghost weakness. Doesn't Klefki resist Ghost? I always forget. Megalophony is not a bad idea. Yeah, I don't like Bisharp. Klefki's neutral. I always think that Fairy resists Steel, or resists Ghost for some reason. So, let's drop Lopunny in here. And we'll give it the Lopunite. There, that's an interesting thing to say. So, Megalophony. I'm not a huge fan of setup mons. Is Limber available? Oh, Lopunny has no moves. Okay. Name it Lola. Was Lola the bunny on Looney Tunes? The female bunny? Is that what that reference is to? Hey, Monatui's here. What's going on, Monatui? Okay, so I am complete. This is another mon that I've never ran. Lopunny. So let's give a quick look over what we can do here. Oh, it gets Heal Bell? Really? High Jump Kick, obviously. Yes, as a matter of fact, I am ready for GBA Season 5. I can't wait till we start drafting, which will be fun. Switcheroo, yeah, I definitely don't want that. Does this get Focus Punch? It does. I could run Sub Focus Punch and then just be like, okay, Fake Out. How much fun would it be to run a sub-focus punching Megalophony? I might just be like, oh, unprotected focus punch. Even though that was an elbow. So what do I need help with on the team? We got Entei and Latios with the Fire-type moves, so we're not as scared of the things we were. Saying it's Circle Throw. I don't remember, does Circle Throw have negative priority? Is that the one that always goes last? Lando is an issue. That is correct. We do not have anything for Landorus. Ice Punch is a good addition. For sure, for sure. Hey, the Greek Sausage. How are you, sir? Thank you for coming out to the stream. If you guys have not yet, please hit that follow button. It's absolutely free, and it lets you know when I will be streaming again. So you get the information, the stuff, and things. Monatui, I know you weren't here for the beginning, but we have Magnet Rise on Klefki, actually. Excellent, thank you, Greek Sausage, for the follow. You are, and Monatui, they both just popped up together. You guys are excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And thank you for coming out. So, do we want Drain Punch for recovery and also stabbedness? Or do we want to go big or go home? And go for the high jump kick. Well, thank you very much, Greek Sausage. It was a pleasure to have you stop by. Drain Punch and Facade. Well, Facade has base 70 power. Not even bad. But the only bad thing about Facade is so let's drop Drain Punch on here. 75 base power and 50% damage recovery. Woofy. That's just woof. And the Facade, because they are obviously going to be trying to burn this, but at the same time, Return, what's Return's max base power is 102. So I mean, we're going to be almost, well, not even, be doing 50% more damage all the time, unless I get statused. Return is generally better, which I agree with. Too bad this doesn't get Body Slam. How excellent would this be if it got Body Slam? It would just destroy everything. Does it get Slam even? It doesn't. So many good. Could use Retaliate. Lol. Lol. Teehee. I'm gonna go use Quick Attack. But, I mean, this thing is ridiculously fast after it Mega Evolves. We drop Strength on it. Does this thing get... Oh, what was that move called? Where you ran up the walls. What was that called? Was it... Not Rock Smash. Rock Climb. Too bad this thing didn't get Rock Climb. I think that also has, like a chance to flinch, too. Oh, Rock Smash. I was going to say, no, it gets it, but it doesn't. Okay. You can do the Natural Gift. Oh, that's the one that depends on the berry. I was thinking of the other one. Yeah, Rock Climb. That's it, Charnado. That's what I was thinking of. Too bad that's not a thing. That was one of the best Tauros sets. Have Rock Climb on it. Was just excellent. We can do Headbutt. Get the chance to flinch. Be nice and haxy. Nice and haxy. But... at the same time, we could double hit. Teehee. Still not enough. Dizzy Punch. Emboar gets Scald. What? Footy Freak 2002. Thank you for coming to the stream. Welcome. Now, okay. Do we want Facade just in case we get burnt, or do we want to go with Return for the safe, consistent 102 stab attack? Let's just go with Return. If we find we're getting burnt too terribly much, because I mean, we can always go into Gliscor after it's got its Toxic Orb up to avoid the burn and things. So okay, we are going to boost the crap out of speed, boost the crap out of attack, just because why not? They might para me, that would be a problem, but provided Limber is an actual legal set for Lopunny, Gliscor can't be T-waved. Rotom Wash can't be T-waved. I definitely don't have any form of clericness. No way to recover at all or heal on this team. Now, do I want to go Jolly or do I want to go Adamant? Let's take a look. Thank you, Nikito Costs 1234 for the follow. It is much appreciated. And there is Kitsunarada. Thank you for popping by the stream. If you haven't already, please hit that follow. It is absolutely free, and it will let you know anytime that OldManTup decides to sit his butt down at his computer and put on a show. So, okay, let's Mega Lopunny. It's 135 base speed after it Mega Evolves. So there's definitely no slouch in the speed. Jolly outspeeds Weavile, Adamant doesn't. Is Weavile a problem for the team? Klefki pretty much walls Weavile. Speed is better. We will set that to Jolly for now. Okay, so we have everything we need. Let us take a look. Okay. Okay, special wall. Choice spec special attacker. Physical wall. Special attacker, physical attacker, physical attacker. Okay. Now, the most important part of any team building session. What are we going to name everything? Let's start with Klefki. You're going to have 427. Okay, the reason it doesn't look like that right now is because this is Lopunny, not Mega Lopunny. I don't know if it's an issue standardly on Showdown or not, but I never have any of my Mega Pokemon Mega when I am doing the team builder. So what are we going to name Klefki? Say Tornado thinks we should name it Lucy. So anytime I think of something Lucy, I would think it to be a ball, just because of the world famous Lucille ball. Lucy was Lucy the name of Charlie Brown's sister, or was that Linus's sister? I can't remember. Okay, so we got some with keys, the jingles. So what should we name our Klefki? We've got Lucy. Okay. No. I don't know. Lucy Hart from Fairy Tale to Anime. Never seen it. True facts. 405 speed is for Mega Beedrill. Pokemon. I'll take it. Pokemon. Okay. Now Rotom Wash. Lucy was Linus's sister. Okay. Not Charlie Brown's. OldManTup, the Black Snorlax is here. Welcome, my friend. Good to see you out at the return of the Tup. And welcome to the stream. Excellent to have you. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. So what are we going to name Rotom Wash? We've got the specs. Jolly outspeeds Tornadus while Adamant doesn't, just for now. Okay, good to know. Rubber Ducky. Might as well name it Ernie if we're going to call it Rubber Ducky. Black Snorlax, stopping by, needing some Tup today. Excellent. Great again to see you, my friend. If you haven't, please be sure and hit that follow button, which Footy Freak 2002 has done. And thank you. Laundry, that's a little obvious. Yeah, it's been a little while since there's been some Tup. Tup has been recovering and doing relatively well, I'd like to say. Oh, you've been following for a while. Okay. Okay. You're probably on the list. You've been following for a while. You're not on the list, so that means you've been following for longer than 2 months, because that's all the longer the list goes back. So you're probably at, like, the first stream. Which wouldn't surprise me. Waterboy. Waterboy Luke. Nah. Don't get me wrong, I don't dislike Game Boy Luke, I'm just not a huge fan. And I really think the Game Boy Luke references get done a little overboard. I do like the Waterboy reference, though. So, we're going to name it Waterboy. And I do like shiny Rotom Wash. So let's go on to Gliscor. Go ahead. Got him washed. Let's go ahead. You guys leave your recommendations. I am going to go refill my coffee. So, BRB, please leave recommendations for Gliscor, which it looks like the chat is already doing. And I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, I hope you guys are coming up with some good names. I'll be just one more minute. I had forgotten I had taken apart and cleaned my Keurig today, so I had to put the mofo back together. Be back in one moment. Hey, alright. Welcome back, I guess, to me. Alright, yeah, no. Okay, let's scroll back up the chat. Okay. So we got a lot of interesting names. Shark Boy, Batman, Nightwing, which I really like. Batman, The Claw. Nothing can stop The Claw! How many people know what movie that's from? Name it coffee refill. Not even bad. Tup Boxers. These are actually pajama pants. Thank you for noticing. Snip Snip, Gliscor. Oh no. Masochist because poison heals it. Scorpio, The Rock because Rock's Scorpion King. That's interesting. Dwayne, John Cena because The Rock. JK. His voice, I imagine that was me. Love service announcements. Call it Doku. Sapuki. Sandy Claus. Sandy Claus. Yes! I don't know the Nightmare Before reference. That is an excellent name. Sandy Claus. Teehee. Okay. Let's move on to Latios. What should we name Latios? Say what sign has the big red triangle? Is that the yield sign? Is that the yield sign? I don't know. I don't know. I don't. So let's check on the stream. Everything that we have not dropped a single frame since we started streaming. That is impressive. So, did everybody die? Is my stream still streaming? Maybe. Ooh. Oh, yep, I'm still alive in the preview. Did everybody die? Make it shiny. Call it Junior Mints. Fun fact, Junior Mints is one of my favorite, I don't know if I want to call it candy. I guess it kind of does look like Junior Mints. Junior Mints. I can live with that. Okay, now we have Entei. What should we, our Entei does have to be shiny because it's special Japanese release thing, right? Right. Whatevs, dog, whatevs. Okay, we're gonna pause that because we don't need to watch our own preview. We only have 4 people. Oh no. Oh no. Say Creed. Say, where did everybody go? Let's check and see who's still here. No, I don't like Snoop Dogg. Oh, there's still plenty of people here. Still OldManTup. Jess is still here. Back in the hood. Jamie is here, and Black Snorlax is still here. Why is this? That counter is always so bad. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 people. Not bad. Not bad. Char's still here, and that's all that matters. Okay. So we need Entei names. To be honest, one of the people who is my favorite to team build with had an Entei, and he called it oh no. Say, I think the stream, yeah, I'm still streaming. No drop frames, which is bloody miracle. Okay. Jess is back in black. I like that name for Entei. Say, my buddy Uzi Gunner. But Caliente. Caliente. What does that? Does that mean hot in Spanish? That's what caliente means? How do you actually spell caliente in Spanish? Caliente? Caliente, it doesn't mean hot. C-A-L-I-E-N-T-E. Is that how Jess had it spelled? C-A-L-I-E-N-T-E. Yeah, that is. That just has an I on the end of it. I like that for multiple reasons. So we will switch to Caliente. Entei. Because we like to drop it like it's hot. Okay. So now we have Lopunny. And Lopunny is going to be female. And Lopunny is going to be shiny. And Lopunny is going to be called Razzie. Because Razzie Bunny. Okay. So we finally have a team. Hold the phone. Well, that means we're going to have to test it out. So let's validate, make sure everything's good. Your team is valid for OU. That means we were successful. So we're going to call this the Dream Stream Team. Because we got rhymes. The Dream Stream Team. Now, Dream Stream Team on the top. Bueno. Just how I like to be. Giggity. Anyways, so let's go with OU. We'll go with the Dream Stream Team. Let's see if we're going to have to restart this. Oh, you're going to not connect me to the ladder because I've been on Showdown for an hour. Oh my god, a battle versus Negi. So, I am OldManTup. You can find me and join on Showdown by finding user OldManTup. Good luck, have fun. And you are more than welcome to come join the battle. So what's this guy got? He's got Darmanitan, he's got Mega Medicham. Mega freaking Medicham. Say, Mega Lopunny puts the work in on a lot of his team. So of course you're going to start out with Mach. We're going to Mega Evolve. Okay, thanks for stopping by, Jess. Your presence is always welcome. Now, if have fun and tell Beth I say hello. NP U2? No problem, U2. Okay. I don't know what YPU means. Alright, well let's... Is the volume of the music okay for everybody? In the chat. Okay, Jamie, have fun at dinner. Hey, Black Snorlax is back. Now, I don't know that a return is going to take it out at this point. That did 22%. And nothing on his team wants to come in and take a return. Nothing. What is he going to do at this point? I mean, a return... Fake Out has what base damage? 40. Return is going to have 102. So it's going to do... not even 3 times as much. So that's not safe. He's not gonna knock off this turn. Power Up Punch. That's an interesting set. Okay, he has 2 pokes that fly. If I had to guess, he would bring in Togekiss. Togekiss? Let's go for the Stealth Rocks. And Landorus comes in. Which, I mean, what's Landorus gonna have for me? I did fake out. I did fake out first turn, didn't I? Oh, okay. Well, let's go for the knockoff here. He's slower than us, so he's a defensive set. He's going to trade his own rocks there. Now, what does he have? This is his only thing. Nothing on his team wants to come and take a Hydro Pump either. He could knock off here. Stone Edge, okay. Not even worried about that. Not even. Now, he's not gonna bring in... Why would he stay in and do that? I mean, I have to Hydro Pump because it's my safest play here. Wow, why would you stay in? Yeah, I mean, predicting the Volt Switch? Is that why? Okay, here's Darmanitan. Is he going to U-turn? And we have to go into Sandy Claws. That's our defensive wall. Gonna Superpower. Son, are you serious? Get the freak out of here with that crap. Okay, we didn't see... Why wouldn't he just... What was he thinking I was going to bring in? I mean, at that point, he... I am very low ladder, so... What did I do last time? I went for the knockoff. Now, if he... There's no way that was banded damage. He's probably Scarfed. So he's going to switch out into Cloyster. We get the knockoff. Removes the White Herb. So that means he is a... What's the set? Shell Smash. Sing Speed. Oh man. I don't think I'm real enough to stay in on this. I could go back into Water Boy, but he's definitely going to outspeed me. And he's going to stay in. He's going to go for the Icicle Spear, which, I mean, he had to. And that's going to take out Water Boy, which is fine. Now I can bring in the appropriate counter. I can't drop Dracos yet, because he's still got Togekiss. But what I can do... I don't think he's going to hit me that hard with much. I can T-Wave anything that comes in. There we go. He's going to Shell Smash. I'm not even worried about that. His defense is down. He's paralyzed. And he's going to be paralyzed there, which is unfortunate. But I mean... Whatever. He's paralyzed, so he's at 3/4. He's at his speed is minus 3/4 of his speed. So I mean, I'm just gonna Razor Shell. That's not gonna do enough, man. I'm just gonna finish him off here. And whatever he brings in, he should bring in Mach. That was not a good move. Because I can come in, Thunder Wave you. He's gonna trick me, which is fine. And what did I get? I got the Choice Scarf, which... whatever. I'm not exactly worried about. So he has leftovers. He was scarfed. So I'm just gonna let him finish this off. I don't really care. Oh, I should feel bad, but I don't. This thing has done what it's needed to do. He's gonna get paralyzed twice. I'd be sorry, but I'm not. And he's gonna T-Wave me, which is fine. I'm not even worried about it. And I'm gonna get paralyzed, and he's gonna get paralyzed. Oh, I gotta love Showdown. I am faster, though, which is surprising. Oh, I'm Scarf, that's why. I'm gonna miss the play rough there. He's gonna Air Cutter, and that's gonna do nothing. I really hope this play rough hits and just finishes this off. There we go. I can't paralyze anything else, which is a little saddening. Now, I'm gonna switch out because I figured a power-up punch was coming. Nothing on his team can take an Earthquake now, which is what I wanted to see. So we're just gonna go for the Earthquake. That's gonna take it out. Bada bing, bada boom. If he was smart, that is not what I would have gone into. He's probably got Ice Punch. What's his... He's probably at max speed, which I'm definitely not. If he were smart here, he would fake out to get his Mega up, if he has it. Which he does, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Because now I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna fake out, and just run through the rest of his team. You should have switched out there, man. You've already seen my fake out, and you know I'm gonna outspeed you. Now, his only hope at this point is if Darmanitan is scarfed. And can one-shot the rest of my team. I'm going to switch out because I want to preserve my priority. He's got the Flare Blitz. Excuse me. Which is going to say to me he is scarfed. And he locked himself into something that was going to do the most damage. Did I know Darm was scarfed? I may have, but I mean, in my opinion, a worthwhile trade, and he's going to finish me off there, and that's perfectly fine. Recoil damage is just going to whittle him down. And I'm going to bring out Caliente and Extreme Speed for the win. So GG. And he leaves without... I'm higher up on the ladder than I thought. I'm actually in the 12s. For some reason I thought it was like a 10. So there is one match. Team looking good, even though that wasn't exactly a great measuring stick for us. But we've been streaming for about 2 hours now, and I'm starting to feel the effects of it. So we are going to... I think end the stream here, and what I'm going to do, okay, I think we recognized everybody that followed and stuff. We're going to go find somebody to do what most people refer to as a raid.
It's a little bit harsh, you know.
Oh God, why does that always come on? So let's go to... Why didn't I go see the people that I was following first? That would have made more sense. Okay, Beth, who I follow, is streaming. So we are going to mute that stream for now. And I am going to post... You gotta know what? Oh, how... I would like to stream at least twice a week. We are going to go raid Beth because she only has 3 viewers. So we are going to go Tup raid Beth, aka the sandwiches. So I would like everybody to hashtag Tup raid. And we're gonna go and raid Beth. So I would like to thank everybody for stopping by who is still here. And hopefully we'll get this done again soon. But alright guys, this has been OldManTup, and we will catch you on the flip side.